Welcome to the Mental Health Diet, a show that dives into the connection between what we eat, self-care, and the well-being of our minds and bodies. I'm Sharifa Viola, also known as Shri, your host, and together we'll embark on an incredible journey of self-discovery and transformation. Join me as we explore the world of plant-based foods, holistic approaches, and nutrition, and how they can positively impact our mental health. I'll also be sharing personal triumphs over anxiety and providing insights into overcoming challenges and cultivating resilience. So, together, let's empower and inspire one another on our journeys towards becoming stronger, better versions of ourselves. Now, let's get started on today's episode, and thank you so much for tuning in. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mental Health Diet Podcast. Listen, your girl is back. I know I said that last week, but just in case you missed last week's episode, which I hope you didn't. And if you did, that's okay. That's okay. You still have time after this podcast to go back to last week's episode. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. But yes, your girl is back. Okay, listen. So today, as you can see by the title, we're going to talk about how to start a daily meditation practice. Also too, if you are listening to this podcast, if something resonates with you, or if you feel like someone else may benefit from this podcast, please go ahead and share this podcast. Whether it be a family member, a friend, whether you share it on social media, please go ahead and share this podcast. Like I said, with this podcast, the goal is really to create a community of people where I can help people. That's something that I know is my purpose. I was going to say I feel like it's my purpose, but I know that's my purpose is to help people. And me helping people comes in various aspects, whether it's me podcasting, whether it's me having an online clothing store, whether it's me helping people grow their business. I just honestly just love helping people, especially in areas that I'm familiar with or have experience, personal experience or educational experience in. So if you can go ahead and share this podcast, that would be awesome. So today's episode, we are going to talk about how to start a daily meditation practice. So meditation is one of the things, I will be honest with you, that I have always I shouldn't say I ran away from, but I just didn't really understand it. I guess I really didn't understand it, and it's still something that I'm really trying to grasp and understand how to use it for my benefit, and also just try to understand how to use it in a way where it's useful for me. I think a lot of times, sometimes people will tell us different things to do, or we find things online. For me, I'll find like a lot of different things to do, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, or Pinterest. I'll find like different outlines of different things to do for myself, but it doesn't always, it applies to me, but the way that it should be done is not always useful. So for me with meditation, at one point, I didn't really understand what that looked like for me. I just knew that with meditation, that it was something like you would sit down, be chill, breathe in, breathe out, and that's it. But it always was something that I felt like was like a hurdle. Like it was a task. And also, too, when I think of meditation as well, I think of prayer. And I personally still feel like prayer is a sense of meditation, because with prayer, that's a time where you're quieting your mind. But also, too, to be honest, prayer, you can pray in chaos. So I guess meditation, now that I think about it, is a little bit different, because with prayer, you can pray while music is playing. You can pray during anything, honestly. But like that deep, intimate prayer, I would say, well, for myself would be more so quiet time, maybe a closed door, and just really, really focusing on the words that I want to say. So today we're going to talk about how to start a daily meditation practice. I'm going to give you some practical tips on how to start one for yourself. And I know, especially like I said, even prior in other podcasts, it's like this is something that's really not talked about a lot within the Black community. It's becoming a lot better, I will say, especially where I live and just within the information that I'm around and see. I will say that I am starting to see a lot more Black yoga instructors, a lot more people within our community talking about the importance of, you know, just inner peace and things like that. But it's still something that's not really, really talked about that much. And I think, honestly, I will say a lot of things that we should be doing for ourselves is just not talked about. I think it's a societal thing where the things that we really should be working on and doing for ourselves is just something that's really not presented in the media. And then it's like, if someone is doing something that's outside of the media, whether it's practicing meditation or eating right, whatever, you hear about it, but you don't hear about it to the length that you hear about other things that are more mainstream. So yes, y'all. So today, I'm just going to go over how to start a daily meditation practice. If you want to take notes, go ahead and get your pen and paper, your notebook, whatever it is. Take out your phone. So yeah, y'all. So as usual, we gonna learn how to better ourselves today, okay? So starting a daily meditation practice can bring numerous benefits to your life. So meditation, just to give you a definition of what meditation is a practice that allows a person to cultivate present moment awareness and find a sense of inner calm. So like I said, similar to prayer, honestly, you can say prayer and meditation is pretty much, you can say it's the same thing. I think it's sort of different, but honestly, it kind of falls into the same thing. But yeah, so meditation is a practice that allows you to be present within the moment and find a sense of inner calm. So if you're someone that's working a 9-to-5 job, or if you're someone that has kids, or maybe you're in school, maybe you're taking care of somebody, whatever it is, maybe it's none of the above. Maybe you just have your own stress and you're overthinking. Meditation is very important in regards to helping you be like, okay, this is happening. All this stuff is happening, but I need to figure out how I can bring peace to myself. And I've talked about this before, and this is something that I am learning, and I'm learning for myself, is that it's okay to care for yourself. And I think sometimes, a lot of times, we feel like that is an issue. And it's so hard because, like, as I'm thinking about it, it's like, and I'm not saying be selfish, but at a certain point, you do have to be selfish in regards to making sure that you're taken care of, because we all know it. If you're not well, you can't be well for others. And a lot of times we're not well and we still do take care of others and do for others, but we're just not happy inside. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, or whatever it is that not even dealing with, or whatever it is, whatever's happening in life, we all do need a time to just sit still and just be present in the moment and just really get a sense of who we are, and just also bring in that inner calmness. So by incorporating meditation into your daily routine, you can experience reduced stress levels, improve focus and concentration, increase self-awareness, enhance emotional well-being, and a greater overall sense of peace and balance. I really, really like the emotional well-being part, because I've really been kind of into like the emotional intelligence thing. I've really been kind of interested in emotional intelligence. That is something that I am really kind of intrigued about, just understanding how to use your emotions and just being more intelligent with it. Because with humans, we have emotions. So if you're someone that's overly emotional, or maybe you aren't emotional at all, that might be something that you want to look into, is emotional intelligence. But for me, I just listen to a lot of personal development podcasts, and I read a lot of different personal development books. And so emotional intelligence is something that has been talked about. And so for me, with meditation, This can definitely help someone who is trying to improve their overall emotional well-being or emotional intelligence. So, with meditation, it offers a way to quiet the mind, release tension, and reconnect with yourself on a deeper level. So, journaling is definitely a way that you can connect with yourself on a deeper level, but meditation really just calms down the body. It helps you really to focus more on your breathing. It helps you focus on your thoughts. It just really helps bring a sense of awareness and presentness. Is that a word? It just helps you really become present in the moment. So, for me, I'll just kind of share with you some things that I do in regards to meditation. So, like I said, in the beginning, for me, meditation was always kind of tricky, and it still is sometimes tricky. So, I don't have a set routine on when I meditate, but some things that I do to kind of get myself into that meditation mode is I do yoga. So right now I've been doing this yoga. I've been doing yoga through this channel called Yoga with Adrienne. And I love it. She's so good with the breathing techniques. So she has yoga for everything: yoga for anxiety, yoga for cramps, yoga for just you name it. It's Yoga with Adrienne, Adrienne, I believe. And yeah, so it's I do her 5 minute morning yoga routine. There was a point where I was doing it every day. I think last time I did it was maybe 3 or 4 days ago. But when I do that, that does help me that helps me still my mind, and it helps me get into a phase of meditation. And so basically, once I am done with my yoga, sometimes what I'll do is I'll put on, not lo-fi, because I do like lo-fi music or lo-fi music, but I'll either play like worship instrumental music. There's a guy named Dappy T Keys on YouTube, really good, or you can get him on Apple Music. He has really, really good worship music. Or what I also do is I like to listen to what is it called? Y'all, I forgot what it's called. It's like serenity type of music, frequency music. So I listen to, like, it says like the caption of the video will say like release negativity, manifestation, like it'll be that type of stuff. So that's when I really kind of get into my meditation zone. So for me, I do mine in a way where I'll listen to some type of sound. And then also to another person that really puts me in my meditation zone is Janae Aiko. Like, shout out to Janae Aiko. Like, y'all, she is such a beast, but like she is definitely one of those artists. If you really listen to her music, it's just so peaceful, and the music that she uses, like the symbols, and I think she does, it's called sound. I cannot remember the name of it, but like the way her music sounds, it really brings that peaceful aspect. So that's what I do personally. And then as I kind of go through that meditation phase, I'll journal, whatever kind of comes to my mind, I'll start doing, or then I may, end up reading a book like on positive energy, just a book about overall like inner self. So that's what I do in regards to meditation. So I don't have like a complete routine, like in place, but I do have something that I've been doing, as of recently, that kind of just works for me. So now we're going to talk about understanding the basics of meditation. So with meditation, which I didn't really understand this at first, I thought there was just there was just one type of meditation, but there are different types of meditation. So the three that I'm going to talk about today is mindfulness, guided meditation, and mantra meditation. So mindfulness meditation involves bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. This is something that I really, really struggle with, because for me, I tend to overthink a lot. So me being quiet and just focusing on just whatever, it's a lot of work. But it definitely, it helps me. It helps me kind of recollect my thoughts. Also, too, I meant to share that another thing that I do for meditation is that if you have an Apple Watch, I use the guided breathing meditation on air. Usually I do like the 1 minute meditation, or if you have a Fitbit, you can do the meditation on there. So if you don't have like any time or whatever, literally 1 minute of your day, whether you're driving in a car on your way to work, whatever it is, if you have an Apple Watch, you can do the 1 minute of meditation on there. or you could do a Fitbit. So mindfulness meditation involves bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. It focuses on observing thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations as they arise, allowing you to come and go without clinging or getting caught up in them. Okay, so once again, mindfulness meditation, it focuses on observing thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations as they arise. So this practice encourages you to be fully present and aware of your experiences, cultivating a sense of acceptance and just being non-reactive. So accepting what is happening and not reacting. So that is what mindfulness meditation is. That's probably the meditation, well, I would say that I am most familiar with. I personally don't, that one is okay, but it's weird. I don't really prefer it. But I'm learning to kind of prefer it because, like I said, I tend to overthink a lot. So for me personally, that's probably the best one for me. But like when I do it, I'm like, oh my God, all these thoughts. So that's the first one. So like I said, I'm gonna talk about 3 different types. The second one is guided meditation. So guided meditation is a form of meditation where you follow the guidance of a teacher or an audio recording. So it goes back to what I was saying with me doing yoga with this woman on YouTube. Her name is Yoga with Adrienne. So I follow more so I follow a guided meditation. So there are a lot of guided meditation apps out there. I tried them. I actually did not like any of them. I am going to try them again and see maybe, I don't know. But I personally didn't really care for them. So listen, if you are a guided meditation app and you want to y'all want to collab and not, whatever, I'm right here. Because I would love to kind of try it out again and actually use it and then come back to this podcast and let you know like how it works and kind of, maybe I might be able to give you a discount because I know some of them as well do have like a option where you have to pay. So that's something that I am going to look into. So guided meditation is a form of meditation where you follow the guidance of a teacher or audio recording, which has been, like I said, is very popular right now. It typically involves visualization techniques, breathing exercises, and relaxation prompts. So the guide provides step-by-step instructions, leading you through the meditation process and helping you stay focused and engaged. So if you're someone who's similar to me, tends to overthink or just have a lot on their mind, guided meditation might be the best way for you to go. And I also am like that anyway in regards to exercising. I like to do like exercise workout videos like on YouTube, but I used to go to the gym and do like Zumba classes and things like that. I really, really do enjoy when an instructor like teaches me on how to do something versus me doing it. I feel like when I do it, I feel like I just don't hold myself accountable versus when someone else is guiding me, I make sure that holds me accountable to make sure that I complete the entire session. So the third type of meditation is mantra meditation. So mantra meditation involves the repetition of a specific word, sound, or phrase known as a mantra. So the person repeats the mantra silently or aloud, allowing it to become a focal point of concentration. The repetitive nature of the mantra helps quiet the mind and deepen the meditative state. So some common some common mantras include ums or hum. So with this, I was not really familiar. I knew about this type of meditation, but I didn't really know that it was like a type of meditation. So something that you can also do as well for the mantra meditation, if you do like affirmations, maybe, meditating and becoming quiet and say like a meditation like, I am healthy. You can just say, I am healthy. Or you can say something like, I am whole or I am beautiful. So you can do that and you can do the regular, like the, whatever works for you, you can do that. But that is mantra meditation. Usually is followed by saying a specific word, sound, or phrase. And that helps. And that also, like I said, goes to your mind and helps you really, really think and believe. And and tune your body into that whatever you're saying is actually true. And what you think and believe is true. So whether you're thinking something bad, a lot of times if you think something bad, you're going to think that about yourself, or that might happen. If you think of something good, then that will happen. That may happen. So each type of meditation that I talked about does offer unique approaches and techniques, but they all share the goal of cultivating awareness, focus, and inner stillness. So it doesn't matter which one you want to try or which one. Me personally, I would say I'm not an expert in meditation. Like I said, this information for me is helpful for me because, like I said, I am trying to build a meditation routine. And for me, it looks different each day, but I do want to really cultivate some type of routine to really keep myself on track. So those are 3 types of meditations, and I would love to I gotta get a Patreon. I would love to know which ones y'all have been practicing, or I would love to do like a challenge. Like, we could do a 30-day mindfulness meditation challenge, or we could do a 30-day guided meditation challenge. I think that would be really, really dope. So I got to keep that in my mind. So those are the 3 types of meditations. And then also too, just really, really quick, in regards to figuring out where to meditate, that is definitely, up to you. Whether that's in a room by yourself, whether you're going to like a fitness studio, you can meditate in your car. It really honestly is up to you. So it's whatever you honestly feel comfortable in. And also wherever you feel that you're not as distracted. So if you feel that maybe going into your car, you're less, it's less, you're not going to be as distracted. Maybe you need to go to your car. Maybe you need to go into your bedroom. Whatever that looks like, that's probably where you want to go and meditate. So maybe it's outside. So maybe you have like a porch or patio, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to go outside. If you have a backyard, go in your backyard, go in your backyard, sit in your grass. You can meditate there. So meditation really is about, trying to figure out also that right environment. But I will say, as I say this before, I love to be practical when I come on this podcast. If you don't even have the right environment, that's fine. Nothing is perfect. If your house is chaos and there's a lot going on, and maybe you're in school, whatever it looks like, I would just say, just find the place that works best for you. Yes. So let me see. And then also too, like I said before, I want to mention as well, what you can also do is, if you can't really, like I said, to go back, if you really can't find a place that works best for you, something that I do as well, if I'm in an environment and I'm like, oh my God, there's a lot going on, but I need to kind of meditate and get myself to recover, especially if you're someone that deals with anxiety and you're like, you feel anxious or stressed and you're like, you still need to recover, or you're at work. Y'all, I used to work at this one place. Lord, it used to stress me out. And I'm like, how can I get through this day? What you can also do is listen to some calming music. So you can listen to some calming music, and then that can really kind of help you get into your zone. So even if you are around 100 people, put in your headphones, whatever, play it out loud, whatever works for you. And that is another way that you can really become present in the moment in the midst of a lot going on. So let me see. So I'm also going to talk about just overcoming challenges and building resilience when it comes to meditation. So some common issues or challenges with meditation, I will say, is like racing thoughts, restlessness. So that's something that I kind of deal with as well. Is that when I meditate, especially with mindful meditation, I tend to have a lot of, I would say, like racing thoughts, but that's normal. So there's nothing wrong with that. I am a thinker. I think a lot. I have a lot on my brain, and it's not a bad thing. So if you're someone that's like me that has lots of thoughts, it's not a bad thing. But it just sometimes means that sometimes we just have to quiet those thoughts and just really figure out what's priority and just really kind of still our mind. So if you feel like you're having racing thoughts and you feel that when you meditate you're anxious or whatever, that just means that you need to really just work and build upon that routine. Once you do deep breathing exercises, if you are an anxious person, that really should help calm down your nervous system. It should really just kind of help you really come into more of a sense of just inner peace. And honestly, too, I will say it really is up to you whether you decide to meditate in the morning, whether it's, during your lunch break, if you're working, if you want to meditate at night. It really, honestly, it is up to you. So if you feel that when you wake up in the morning, you don't have that many thoughts, I would just say maybe meditate in the morning versus at night. A lot, usually by the time it's the end of the night, a lot has happened. So for some people, it might be hard for them to meditate, I would say, at the end of the night, because it's like so much has happened during the day. But, also that can also be a good time, because that can really help you just be like, okay, well, this happened today, good or bad. I'm going to quiet my mind, go to sleep with peace, and then wake up the next morning. For me personally, I like to meditate in the morning, as I like to start the day and be like, ooh, a new day. And I just like to really, really start my day off just really, really just focus and knowing the direction that I want to go in. So yes, y'all. So those are different ways to build or to start a daily meditation practice. And then also too, what you can do as well is you can tell yourself, okay, so for me, I am a schedule person. I need a schedule. So if you really want to build that routine, you can say, okay, every day that I wake up, I'm going to set an alarm on my clock. At 7 o'clock, I am going to meditate for 1 minute. So that can be your routine. You can say maybe you want to meditate for 30 seconds. I would definitely say the best, honestly, y'all, for me, I'm not a complete routine person. I don't always like routines, but the truth is routines is really what helps you to become successful in whatever you do. So, I would say if in the beginning you feel like it's chaotic and you're doing it at different times, that is fine. But to really, really kind of help your body to help yourself de-stress and really become more aware of what you're doing, it is really important to build a routine, because what happens in turn is that you're going to form that habit. So if you're doing it every day at 7 o'clock, doing a breathing exercise for 1 minute, it's going to become a habit for you to do that, versus if you do it at different times. Like for me, sometimes I do it at different times. It hasn't became a habit because one day I'm doing it at 9, the next day I'm doing it at 10 a.m. Then maybe the next day I'm like, oop, I forgot. Then I'll do that at 1 o'clock. So you really, really want to focus on creating a routine that works for you. Remember, this is what works for you. I always like to be practical. You want to create things that work for you. So what works for me may not work for you, but I just definitely want to give you examples of what it looks like. So we're just going to go back to just the 3 different types of meditation. So it's mindfulness meditation. Like I said, this meditation involves bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. So this one, you're observing your thoughts and emotions. Guided meditation, which has become very, very popular. This is a meditation where you follow the guidance of a teacher or an audio recording or like an app as well. And then a mantra meditation is when you meditate and you repeat a specific word, phrase, or affirmation, whatever it looks like for you. So those are the 3 types of meditations. Hopefully, now that you listen to this, hopefully, you can figure out which one works best for you. And it's okay to switch it up. Like, it doesn't have to be like, okay, I have to do guided meditation this way, whatever. You can switch it up. And then also you can create your own type of meditation routine or whatever it looks like. It literally does not have to look just exactly like that. But I wanted to provide you guys just some practical ways on how to start a meditation routine. I know but I'm not rushing it, y'all. It's summertime, but I know a lot is happening. I can't believe, y'all, it's only a couple more months left. Okay, a little bit more than a couple. We are in August and the end of the year is approaching, but I'm not rushing it. But, a lot is happening. So whether you're going back to school, if you're a teacher, about to start working, or maybe you're already working, depending on what area of the country you live in, there is definitely a lot that is happening. So, I think no matter what season you're in, if you're in a season of stillness, whatever season that you're in of chaos, what doesn't, matter really what season, I think we can all benefit from meditation. And I think, this is something that we really need to talk about a lot more, especially within the Black culture, is that I think we don't really take advantage of the benefits of meditation. So before we go, I always like to end it off with the quote of the week. So this quick quote of the week is, you can't control what people do, but you can control what you do. So this goes back to meditation. So if you feel like you stressed out, your job stressing you out, or somebody's stressing you out, okay, your boo, your bae, your friend, whoever's stressing you out, remember, you can't control what people do, but you can control what you do. So if meditation helps you get through whatever you're dealing with, do that. You can't control what other people do. And that's something that I'm learning too. It's like, stop trying to control all the outside. Do what you can do to best manage the situation, but also do for yourself. So what can you do just to feel better for yourself and just to make the situation better? So yes, y'all, that's the quote of the week. If you have enjoyed this podcast, if you feel like it has resonated or just anything, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this podcast if you have not done so. And if you have, shout out to my fam. Y'all used to be my I'm Good fam, but y'all now are my mental health diet community or fam, whatever. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for subscribing. And also too, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you go ahead and share this podcast, okay? Share this podcast. I am back, y'all. I'm so excited to be here. And as always, I hope all of you beautiful people have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Mental Health Diet Podcast. I hope you enjoyed our discussion on nourishing your mind and body. If you found value in today's episode, I would greatly appreciate your support. One of the best ways to help us grow is by leaving a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It only takes a minute, but it makes a world of difference in reaching more listeners who can benefit from this content. To leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, simply follow these steps. Open the Apple Podcast app on your device, which you already probably have it up if you're listening to me. Click on the show to open the podcast page, which you probably already have up once again. Scroll down until you see the ratings and review section. Tap on the stars to rate the podcast, and if you have an extra moment, leave a brief review sharing what you love about the show. Your feedback means everything to me, and it helps this podcast to continue to bring you valuable content each week. Remember to subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode. Thank you for being a part of the mental health diet community. I can't wait to catch you on the next episode. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed, and keep nourishing your mind, body, and soul. Period.